When you arrive in Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard nose, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, a squad looking to put on a show, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Gibbs. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
To the ground, he's got it again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he breaks in, just destroying his way through the field. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to a drive there of 84 yards. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense has its first opportunity of the day. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
He'll pull it on the read. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd down.
And here comes the offense on second down. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engaged, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. They go to the draw. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Pocket starts to collapse. He lobs one high down the left side. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a scintillating big play. 83 yards on the touchdown pass. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The expressway is wide open. The 10. Touchdown! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Tennessee is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Neyland Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Alabama. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal flag. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. It's a draw. Hard running there. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Defense going all in to stop the run. Run it with the fullback. He bullies his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to move it through the air. It's caught. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd down, going up top. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Little touch pass to the receiver. Off he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Iowa City as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to Duke Slater Field at Kinnick Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And the Hawkeyes in the hurry up. They'll leave it with him. Pulls his way forward. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. At the 45 on his way. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the left. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Iowa! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Tennessee is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Vols have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Alabama. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They'll go to the ground. Nice move to keep running. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Gain of 16.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about the punt.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Keeps the play going. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the tight end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Montgomery. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Gets open down the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Going for 6. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Lining up for the PAT. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses the 35. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Across the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Got some room into the goal line. He's in for the score. Touchdown.
And, man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense, and now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there, finish this thing off.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stops at the 14. Iowa has the ball back on offense. and they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play...
He wants to go deep. He's got it on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. He wants to throw. Snares it outside. It's Bryant. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Makes the grab down the middle. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw. He's got it on the run. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's 2nd down, incomplete pass, go to 3rd down. If we need to go for it on 4th down, this offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, Iowa! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down the clock?
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the 2nd overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
Man, you talk about striking first and creating some momentum in overtime. The first play, you take it to the house and you flip the whole game and put all the pressure on the other sideline. Palmer, that's how you start an OT.
Yeah, David, that's just 11 guys on offense locked in. First play, score a touchdown, put all the pressure on your opponent. They understand what it's going to take to win this football game.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. answer with a touchdown. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got his man across the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Hawkeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.